God. Ask Scott.
Hi, Scott. This is Eric. Love the show, man. Great job. I just listened to episode 111 and would love to hear more on this subject. My plan is to go into a competitive niche where there's tons of demand and build a brand of original products and then sell the business for 5 years down the road. I'd love to hear your and Ty's take on purposefully entering a competitive market to capture some of that demand with unique products. And then specific tips and tricks that we should be using if we are just starting a business with the goal of selling it. Thanks for all you do.
Hey, Eric, thanks for the question. And I think you're in a great spot, by the way. If you are creating your own product, it's a whole nother game, okay? Because you have full control over that product, and it's going to be very hard for someone to come in and copy that product, especially if you're forming it and creating it yourself with your special mold or your special design. And who knows, maybe you even have a patent on that. So that's a whole nother ballgame. That's another topic. So if you guys are listening, anyone out there listening that is saying that they want to have their own product, they're going into a competitive space, but in that competitive space, you have your own angle, your own design, your own product. Okay, that's going to be a lot easier for you to go in there and compete. Unless the product isn't good, right? I mean, if the product isn't good, it's not going to. But if you go in and you see a product that's selling and then you have a great idea to make it better, now, however you came up with how to make it better, hopefully the market told you that it was better. And one little side tip here on how you do that, and I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again, is where you look at people's reviews on those other products. I wish it had this. I wish it wasn't as long as this. I wish it came with this, right? So all of that stuff, that can help you build that custom product. So when I say I don't like going into a competitive market, a very, very, saturated and very, very, competitive cutthroat business like supplements, when I say that, that's just saying that you're going in there and you're going to private label a product. Whole nother ballgame when you have control over the design or what comes included with it, or the entire experience with it, right? All of that stuff is different if you're going to go into a competitive space, and you will have a better chance at entering that space if you have a custom product. Okay, so just want to be clear on that. If you are the creator of this product, then you will have a really, really good chance to succeed. Now, with that being said, if you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, I'm not creating my own product, but I have a way to differentiate by including more things in this bundle that might be around this competitive space, that's another way that you can enter a competitive space, okay? It's like, for example, and I'm not saying do this, but let's just say, for example, you went in the iPhone space with cases. Well, maybe it's not cases, but maybe it's something around that particular product. Again, it's probably a bad example because, that there is very, very competitive, very saturated, low margins, all of that stuff. But you get what I'm saying. If you find something that even has a trend to it, but then you're able to create something customized out of that, as far as even not a custom product technically, but a custom bundle, right? Or a custom package that includes the kit, right? Or the things that make it easier to use the thing, right? But you're having more than one part to it. I know I'm kind of going off on a little bit of a tangent there, but you get what I'm saying. In order to differentiate yourself, especially moving forward, a lot of people say, it's saturated, there's too much competition. It is for people that are just taking a product and slapping a label and moving on. If you're able to take that product, make a bundle out of that product that has, complementary products around it, then that's a different story. Again, as we move forward, we will need to be more creative, whether it's product design or whether it's bundling, or whether it's positioning it to a certain market. Okay. So just a couple of ideas there, but yeah, if you're in control of the product design and the product itself, you're at a different level. Okay. It's your product. It's your customized product. Now, you can ask the supplier to customize your product. People that are listening and saying like, well, how would you do that? You would ask the supplier if they can do this certain thing for you, right? And they're going to have to make a custom mold or a custom design template of that, whatever the product is. And then from there, you're going to pay extra for that. I mean, you may pay $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 for that custom mold, but that custom mold would be yours. Okay. So it really just depends, again, how high a level you want to go with this out of the gate. But if you are talking about creating your own product, different level. Okay. And I would go into a more competitive space if I had my own custom product that was created by myself. Okay. So hope that helped. If you guys want to submit a question, head over to theamazingseller.com/ask, and you can do that. I want to also, again, remind you guys, if you're brand new and this is your first time to the show, I want to welcome you. I love hanging out with you guys. This is just awesome to be able to virtually connect like this. And that's why I love the Ask Scott sessions. But if you are brand new and you're just getting your feet wet and you don't understand the entire process, the entire business model, I would recommend attending one of my live free workshops. This is where I break it down for you in 5 phases: how to pick a market and a product, how to source it, how to do a pre-launch, how to do a launch, how to promote the product, and everything in between. We go over that on a workshop, and we go through every single thing. We also do live Q&A. So if you want to attend one of them, I would love to invite you to the next one, and you can register for the next one by heading over to theamazingseller.com/workshop, and you can register there for an upcoming workshop. Well, hey there. Thank you so much for listening to that episode of Ask Scott. Now, that was just a highlight from one of our full episodes where I generally answer 3 to 4 questions on a podcast. If you want to go back and listen to all of the past archives of not just the Ask Scott session, but all of the full episodes where I do interviews with top Amazon sellers, people starting from scratch and building a business, if you want to listen to any of those episodes, head over to theamazingseller.com, and you can find all of that over there. You can also find details there on how you can ask your own question and get it aired on an upcoming Ask Scott session, and possibly see it here on YouTube or just on the podcast. All right, so definitely head over to theamazingseller.com. There's tons of resources over there for you to be able to build your e-commerce and Amazon business. So definitely go check that out. Now, I just wanted to remind you one thing before I let you go. There's a lot of information out there, and some of it is really, really good. What I want you to remember is you have to not just consume the information, you have to actually apply that information. So take this information that you learned here today and apply it to your business. And this way here, you can get results. As my shirt says, I wear it almost daily. Take action. We'll see you guys.